And once again, if your fucking website don't fucking work, thanks. Thanks. What's the fucking point? I just want to know what the fucking point is. You'll host hundreds of 12-hour videos with no sound, but you won't make the stupid little indicator work for me, eh? No, you keep turning it off. The audio, you delete it after the fact. You know how many of my videos I checked and the sound disappeared? Like, oh, you're mad, you're mad. You're already at 20 seconds. That's pretty much how this goes, eh? All right, so we have come to the conclusion. It is pretty much proven. If it's not somebody working in YouTube, it is a subcontractor, and they are on top of us, apparently. Oh, these are going to go outside anyway. I forgot about this. 20 seconds in. We're having problems already. I'm just a dumb nigger. I don't know what the fuck's going on with my machine. I didn't help build the internet. I haven't been doing this 35 years. How would I know? So all of a sudden, I don't give a fuck anymore about this video. I'm not for Dutch and knick-knack. I'll waste your fucking time for making knick-knack. I'll waste your fucking time. The idea is I'll get frustrated. Oh, how come it never works for me? No, I'm gonna fill your fucking servers with this garbage. Do we even have sound right now? Damn. This viewer counter don't work. The microphone thing don't work. The thumbs up thing don't work. Half the time the live chat don't work. Oh, it's okay. I just switched over to this website, right? So, all the bullshit I'm getting from the other websites I'm using today, I can put up with this for about an hour. Look for this sound. I love it when white people insist they're not racist, they're not sex offenders, but I'm a nigger that must let them touch me. Then they tell me I speak English. I don't speak English. I'm gonna leave this for you. So this would be Pink Kush, and just in case you thought, no, it's not pink. I've seen weed flowers that are pink for some reason in the photos. I've seen the same photos you see. That is a joke, not gigantic, but that's more than half of that right there. Ah, you can't see it through the bag. That's a wonderful trick with fucking lighting. So I stand like this. I will. Fuck, I hate you people. Here's what I'm sick of. White girls, white people's way of making cigarettes, white people's way of selling weed, white people's way of packaging and labeling things. Call me a racist, I don't care. I'm tired of being told I got to do it your way or I'm the racist. That don't make no sense to me. In my head, I'm about to start venting about the school system and City Hall. So we'll get to that. Oh, I'm now the proud owner. Where'd I put it? Damn. You were riding the bus and you forgot your work uniform. It's too damn bad, Harvey. It's mine now. I'm gonna rock it all fucking summer. No, because I see bus drivers. Everybody's wearing black bandanas on their faces now. Oh, I'm getting confused here. Everybody's either a doctor, a dentist, a drywaller, or a gang member, a cowboy. What type of music bad guy? All the criminals are running around with dollar store masks on. We're getting confused on it.
British Columbia. Hi, Lena. Charles answered tonight.
Hi, Charles.
It's not the station I was trying to say.
All I can say is it's you. Whenever I'm driving or wherever, especially in the evening, when I know.
Fuck, I'm gonna go through this
It's
one
on.
too, right? Damn it! I'm putting it straight on rap music. And leaving.
Years and some that bring us to joy and whatever else. So thank you for being
I
there.
couldn't make this up. 40 presets. I let go of the button. It skips 2 more back to the same one. I couldn't make this up. You don't want to steer the news? Fine. But it's... No, see, that's got to be random. That's just part of my life. But all the shit that happens on that... I'm pointing at my computer box here. All the shit that happens on this box is you can't give me any explanation other than white people thinking they're going to tell me what I will and won't do. Okay. You won't listen to that music. That music is bad. That French is bad. Chinks are bad. Fine. Then fuck off and don't hang out with them and don't talk to me. It's that simple. Sorry. I'm stressed. I'm going to roll this joint in a second. Oh, it amazes me how many people can walk, like I say, walk up to me randomly, whether it's on the internet, in person, or whatever. Just people I don't know telling me what I am and am not when I haven't said a word to them before in my life. You talk too much. Buddy, I'll put you in a fucking hole in the ground. You ain't even from this country. At the very least, I'm from here. You walking up to me, sitting at my table, telling me I make too much noise. I'm not talking like once in my life and I'm still thinking about it. I mean, like just over and over, people telling me these things. And I'm supposed to pretend it's not a concerted, organized effort, right? So let's see this here. Yeah, it's incredible looking. I've seen this before. That is Pink Kush, as far as I can tell. I've only had it a couple times, but I've had it. And from different people, too. If it's always the same guy, you can never be 100% sure. 1.92. Let's see. What else we got here? These little pieces for my next joint. Oh, and I'm getting mad too about things that have to do with people essentially disabled or not as, I don't know how to put this, old people and stuff. Everywhere, all the bus shelters have the snow pushed into the fucking opening for the bus shelter for someone to wait for the bus. Every fucking, I'm getting pissed off again. Pissed off again. I'll get to it. You'll either relate or you won't. Everywhere I go, everybody wants to do the minimum and then a bit less. Like the gas station plowed all their snow onto the sidewalk. Oh, the gas station's perfectly clear. That's great. You won't put up a sign that says don't park on the sidewalk, and now you got all your snow on the sidewalk. They're new owners. They just are new franchise agreement. I don't know exactly. So I'm not that what's the word? Enlightened as to the specifics of this gas station. It's been open a week. They're already shitting on the neighborhood. Why would you push all your snow onto the sidewalk? You're a fucking gas station. Everybody coming in is driving, stupid. Everybody walking by needs that sidewalk. There's a bus stop on the same damn block. This is not the same way. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's lighter for some reason. And since I feel like it, I'm going to not see. He threw in a piece of something. I should have checked that one. I don't think that's the same one. We'll switch back to that in a second. Let me use this one. It's about the size of a 100 peso coin. Or how about 1 renminbi? Fucking hell. Put my phone. Yes, I need 3 devices to fuck it. It's one bullshit thing after another. One bullshit thing after another. I don't know who at the TTC keeps closing every single fucking window on every bus and the ventilation in the roof. You know who can reach the roof to open those? Me. I don't ride the bus enough to do that, but I'm considering just like there's a fucking huge delay, but I'm not being censored. He said he's getting his phone. Quick, 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 quick. Put it on a fucking delay. He's going to find out what? Am I not online or is there no sound? Again, no sound. And this viewer counter don't work, so I don't know who 2 is. Does that mean one person's watching? I'm just bitching. I don't care, but it doesn't work. It simply doesn't work. I know because if I open up my own video on another tab, it'll say 2 viewers or 1 or whatever. I pull it up on both phones, separate IP addresses. It says 1. Should say 3. All right. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. No, every time, and as soon as I light the drawing, yeah, the pedophile, white supremacist, whatever your angle is, yeah, because white supremacy and pedophilia are mutually exclusive, right? They don't ever cross paths. You perusing the same sites because you're coming up with the same cut and paste codes to use on our systems here. So you're obviously hanging out from the top-down view of the internet. I don't care if you're a pedophile or white supremacist. You're both hanging out on the same fucking chat boards. That's a fact. You can't give any other plausible explanation for that. And you both get mad when I call you the other one. You're the fucking prejudiced fuck making threats. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Do it. Don't tell me. Just do it. And they don't. So I'm gonna bring cigarettes with me somewhere. Damn it. Did I take them all with me? There we go. Matches, tobacco, rolling papers are here somewhere. Online. I can see that already. Oh, maybe. I'll feel better in a minute. And that's what irritates me from a videographer standpoint. I'm trying to show starting the end of me smoking the joint. No, all you get is a video of me cussing it, then another one of me rolling a joint, then another one of me an hour later hearing music. There's no connection between them. They're in reverse fucking order. But in a way, from a creative standpoint, this sort of makes sense. We're not online. No, we're not. You can see it right here. We're not online. Again, I'm not gonna bother. So it's no different than when the cops try to get you going about something, or somebody else tries to get you going about something. Oh, don't you care? Don't you care? I fucking hate you white people speaking English at me, eh? I fucking hate white people speaking English at me. Stop it. Go to where white people speak English and talk to them. This is 4 times uploaded. We're not online. I'll try rolling a joint, and then in a minute I'll go check the other phone. So. And why are you showing kids? Why is this getting classified with kids shows and shit? Jesus Christ. That's another thing that pisses me off. It's one thing after a fucking another. The first, it amazes me how little actual content there is on these call in to this talk station. Samples of songs for libraries they don't subscribe to, so nobody gets paid for them, and the clips are too short for the automated systems to pick up half the time. They spend half their time talking about what it's like to make radio. Okay. Once in a while it makes sense, but they do it every fucking day. Right? You're just filling up minutes. You're just filling up airtime. 6 minutes straight of commercials after 2 minutes of a segment. That's helpful. So these people don't have to pay royalties for music, but if I buy a blank CD, I have to pay the record labels first that I'm competing against before I get my CD to record my album onto. That has nothing to do with a record label. But these assholes don't have to pay the catalog fees, the Composer Society rights or whatever. Now people argue with me. No, we don't. It's not a music station. Why would they even admit they play those clips? What else did I see that pissed me off today? So everybody plows snow wrong, backwards, because they have to, because they're using a machine to do it. No, you don't. You plow towards the center of the road, and you plow towards the house. What does everybody do? They plow from the house into the road, and then from the road back onto the sidewalk, from the sidewalk over and over. They just put you back on. Yeah, stupid. The roads are crowned. You can't push the ice through the drain pipe. It won't work. The sewers. It won't work. You have to let it melt and drain into that. No, you block them all off. It doesn't matter to you. You're driving, right? Little old ladies walking, and they can't step over the puddle. Right. And I know I'm not the only one. I see people harassing people, trying to get close to them, have an excuse to get called. I'm just trying to help you. Get the fuck away from that person. They're telling you to fuck off. I literally just offered to help them. You must have seen me, and I did it from 8 feet away. Everybody's trying to spread disease like crazy. They somehow think biological weapons will work. Thousands of years of this, biological weapons have never worked. Nukes work, bioweapons don't. It's a very crude way of looking at it, but so I'm learning all sorts of stuff off the internet. There is a book of Negroes. I might have seen that before, but what I'm thinking now is I gotta see this book and look up the fucking names in it. Yeah, the United States is said to have the lowest rate of sickle cell out of all the places that are known to have a lot of it. 0.25%. That's what they say. How come no black people know what the fuck sickle cell is out of the U.S.? Yeah, because they don't test. Why don't they test? The Black Panther Party had testing. They don't want you to know, so you won't know you have it until you get the virus they say is harmless that they've known about for 46 years. It's harmless. It's harmless. It only kills off niggers, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter. Okay, fine. It doesn't matter. Biological weapons have never worked. And that's why it's ridiculous. I've been watching everything I've been watching with this COVID virus. Oh, I covered up my ashtray with my weed dish. That's no good. All the people trying to say that China made this and spread it on purpose and all this shit are the crazy motherfuckers that refuse to believe there was a virus in the first place. So either there's no virus or it's a Chinese weapon. Make up your mind. Right? But you can't breed a virus like this on purpose. Because if you're successful, it will escape from where you're trying to breed it, so you can't target it. It's impossible to target with that type of a weapon. Canada just banned 1,500 types of weapons for some reason. And now they're going to make a buyback program. They banned them, but the buyback program won't be mandatory. Okay, argument's sake. The government says the gun I bought yesterday legally, today is no longer legal. Okay. You're going to buy it back from me. Okay. But you're not going to force me to sell it to you. So is the weapon illegal or not? I don't have to sell it to you, but I can't keep. I'm confused by that. You see what I'm talking about? That's Canada all the way. I still want Trudeau to win. People don't look at things the right way. They look at what the person promises to do. So they're going to try to do this. No, they're not. Look at what they will and won't actually do after they get in, and look at what they will and won't actually be able to accomplish. John Jack Layton forced the election when Harper was in his first term. And they went from being a minority conservative government to a majority conservative government. But John, quote unquote, Jack Layton, because his name's not Jack, and we know this because he got caught with hookers back in the day and the cops let him go, called that election knowing that would happen. What did the conservatives do? They brought out a bunch of weird mandatory minimum prison sentence type laws, all of which were so restrictive they got beat down in court within like 2 years. There's no more mandatory minimum for drugs. There's no more mandatory minimum for guns. I gotta get my other phone now. So it's Pink Kush. I'll be all right on this. I will. I think the last person I got this, I'm trying to think here. The last person I got this shit from, I also got Diablo Kush from. Diablo Kush. Diablo Kush, Pink Kush, Great White Shark, California Orange Mist, not Cali Orange, not California. I forget what the original one, Cali or California. This one's called California Orange Mist, because when you hit the joint, you feel droplets of orange juice hitting your fucking tongue. I don't know how that works, but that's what it is. But on a positive note, I don't feel sick and dying today. And even if I did, I don't know if you noticed, I don't give up easy. I got my Harvey's sun visor for when I go stand on the corner next summer, this summer. Look at the weirdest things on the news. So a snowplow somehow, some kids playing on one side of a fence or a property line got buried alive by the snow coming off a snowplow on the other side of the property line, which can happen. You could say, oh, you should be paying better attention. Yeah, I would say the same thing, but it can happen. Then they're interviewing the neighbor. The neighbor says that the guy ran up and asked to borrow his shovel, but didn't mention anything about kids being buried. Yeah, that makes me wonder, who is this guy? Hey, excuse me, can I borrow your shovel? Well, nothing big, just a couple of kids about to die. They said the kid was buried 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, how was he breathing? That's enough to fucking cause brain damage, even if the body survives. Serious brain death, even. 5 or 10 minutes with, I think they say it's like 4 minutes or something. Although being in the cold, well, being buried under snow has the potential, or you think you just shot a guy a bunch of times and he ain't bleeding and his body's not rotting and dead, and then you get a fucking witness in court saying you tried to kill them. And that's bad news if you're trying the business of trying to kill people. Alright, so I need another fucking phone because 2 is not enough. The 3. I know I got a horrible sense of humor sometimes. I'm reading about Henry Box Brown. This Box is his middle name without quotes or anything. He was born into slavery or something. So, oh yeah, first African Canadian family physician in Canada. Even my homeboy took one like, oh yeah, he's white black. He's black. What the fuck is that, bro? But it's funny, you can say something ignorant and not come across as my pedometer don't work for shit. So I know I walked a lot more than 1 meter or 2 meters. Keep overriding everything. Everything is doing this. Every device, no matter what I tell it to do, is doing other stuff on top of it. Thank you. I need that. I need that. I need you to second guess me. And that's why it's hilarious when people try to harass us over the internet electronically, whatever. We've been dealing with this since the 90s. The cops used to be all over our fucking cell phones. And we didn't have to show any ID or a credit report or anything to get our cell phones. And I think China caught wind of that. All right, verification that it worked is working. Of course, you're gonna start this instant. Do I have to check again? Buddy, you're the
Never see a person scaled in the daylight. Imagine how we act in the middle of the night. A bunch of savages running through your city like a pack of rabid dogs.
The scripts you're cutting and pasting, not original. They're not original. I know you think you're some like super tech, spy tech hacker. You're not. You're not. You're not. The human element is so fucking obvious, it's pathetic. You know how they did this SolarWinds or whatever hack? No human element. They fucking rewrote the code and sent it out. So I don't know why these people think that like by watching me for a little while, a short little interval, they're gonna get to know what I'm up to. But I've never not been sharing all the things I share now, broadcast, rebroadcast, redistribute, whatever you want to call it, sharing on Facebook and emailing to people and all the rest. We used to manage listservs with thousands of people on them. Your dumbasses seem to think you're gonna, well, if he keeps doing this, we're gonna stop. I've never stopped. So I don't know what you thought. Some of the posts were somehow not connected. You didn't read the post. You looked at the title of the headline.
Unleash the pities, pissing on your property, marking our territory.
Oh yeah, that's what this is. What I'm marking. So I see my people's graffiti everywhere. All the little nooks and crannies where I don't go. You don't go check them out. Spot in your hood with your
If the battle's full effect, and the status members will get you. I'm back in action, slapping these raps who wanna act. As a matter of fact, it's slashing for slacking up on the set. Send them sentimental words like I'm a sensible cat. Sing a song and slice a bonus, it's a piece of my set. Set the traps cause I'm a scavenge, you the salmon I catch. 100 dead MCs in the thread of my net. The smell of death in my direction is starting to affect them. The fact of the matter is I'm a master, it's automatic. The idiomatic addict is at it cause I just had it with those who say the damage. I don't condone the dome, so don't control and manage the flows to cause a panic. So step back, give your head a shake and don't come back.
I don't have enough memory to use my clock.
Right hooks of demons, oh, I need you to leave shook.
Really?
Never see a person scalped in the daylight. Imagine how we act in the middle of the night. A bunch of savages running through your city like a pack of rabid dogs. I'ma unleash the biddies, pissing on your property, marking our territory. After it gets dark is when it starts to get gory. Murdering MCs, dreams on the beats, getting murdered on the microphone is worse to me. Spitting a high caliber, ratings above average. My lyrics are like algebra, getting that mathematics. Putting the clip in the automatic pistol whip, I'm strong static. I ain't never taking a break at all, cause I ain't asthmatic.
They make it like this,
so you can
skip it off the water,
take a couple of dabs and
bounce off.
Smashing it.
You hit a wave, the right wave.
The last visit.
Check this recital, yes, I'm vital, never idle. We don't acquiesce and carry stress or harbor rivalry. I'm grinding full strength to be like a hero. Burn to be my destiny, conspires and continues to inspire me. My eyes and my mind remain open. It's like a black hole with a soul, and no, I'm not joking. It's real. I maintain and incorporate how I feel, where I'm from, why I'm ill. Castle Mountain, Castle Hill, in that whole area. It was the killer, man, my bro was all a barrier. It's getting scarier. I mean, it's scarier. It was on the barrier. Build it up, 47 feet up in the area. Hurt, cause I'm coming through and my danger damager. Root game about to fuck you up, a spoken word. It's dumb, taking over in the common world. But here we are, gonna rise up and be the conquerors.
306 and the 604. Had to hit the YBR for that sushi raw. Ooh, let me tell them just who we are. Nowadays we got made to be movie stars. Do be lit, bumping funk doobie is the Tahiti treat. Spilling on my coochie fit, true MC. I don't care how cool you is. If you grip that mic, you better do that shit. Got the licks like, damn, who that kid? That's when I take time to tell them who I is. It's the DR, no not from ER. Out in YYC where they all fucking yeehaw.
The thing about that guy, Henry Box Brown. It's on Wikipedia. I got the link up in my browser. I'll post it in a second. I got a horrible sense of humor. I got this half black, half Indian sense of humor. Like, you should change your name to Henry Brown Box. Oh, he mailed himself out of a southern state to a northern state 200 years ago. Ingenious, I know. That's why I'm wondering the middle name Box.
Old man eagle sees snakes in the grass. Swoop down, claws to the face of the man.
When I hit it, I split it, get it right up against faded fitteds. I'm deadly past the limit, you turkey feathers or gimmicks. Play school rhymes and some lyrics. I'm like totemic expression, sacred mathematic geometry, all in a freestyle session. Or like Vine Deloria, I've been to Wine DeLorean. Microdosing vines of euphoria and midichlorians. I'm like Billy Jack the Ripper with the chili knack for rapping. I'm like really stacked for victory. I don't even know what happened. It's like Thunderbird, Featherstaff, Buffalo Skull, Pictograph, Sasquatch, Octopus, shapeshifted to a bitch.
3 buses today, all 3 in every window closed. Why? You're wearing fucking winter clothes. They use on.
I write my own editorial.
It's diesel. What do you fucking puts out waste heat all day long?
You can never really
What
be
happens
more
when you don't ride
anti-colonial.
bus? It's still driving around.
When it comes to our safer spaces,
When they park, you know what they do? They leave it running.
Waiting for perfect conditions to flower. We are almost there. We're in the final hour. There is an urgency for those who are hoping and wishing for future links to fishing. Not a path to piston. There's a call to action for the ones that listen. Whether you're black, white.
It'll probably be a matter of time before we see hybrid. What they use the term hybrid electric highway trucks, tractor trailers, 18-wheelers. I want to call them articulated heavy trucks, but that locomotive since about the 60s, I think. There's a gigantic diesel engine, but there's no mechanical link between the engine and the wheels. It's all electric. They just call it diesel electric, diesel-electric. So this word hybrid, no mean. I keep seeing the words hybrid and outcry, all these terms that I don't like. No, because it's subtle. It's like subconscious. I'm not supposed to notice. Outcrossing refers to when you take an inbred line, you cross it out with something, then you cross it back in again, and you can get rid of some of the genetic I want to use the term damage that you get from inbreeding. Buddy, fuck off. I'm going to get you so high today off the secondhand smoke, you're going to pass out. Just the mice. I'm suspecting some of them are rats. I don't know if they're mice or rat. I got told mice by somebody else, but some of them look like they're gonna keep getting bigger. And if you look on the internet, you will find, just like I did, the term mouse and rat are just colloquial terms. They're not species. So it just tends to be whichever one's bigger gets called a rat. The buses we have now look identical to the ones we got around 99, 2000. And it seems, I don't pay much attention to transit systems all over the world. It seems we get our buses about 10 years after like New York and places like Chicago and places like that get new buses. We get those same buses about 10, not their used buses, but we upgrade to the latest version about 10 years after they do, it seems like. I only know this from watching TV. I don't watch a lot of TV, so I'm like, I have as a child. I'm saying I use video, of course, but when I say television, I mean cable and shit. The buses used to be, it's a 8.1, I think 8.5 liter something, 8 something liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel with a 6-speed transmission, the top 2 gears locked out, and speed limited to 90 kilometers an hour or something like that, or 100 perhaps. I think it's 90. Now the PCC Pullman cable car, or whatever they call them, street cars that we have, or we had until recently, they're rated at 110 kilometers an hour. They can do 110 kilometers an hour. There's not one road they operate on where the fucking speed limit is over 50. So when you say hybrid, these cars, some of them have a mechanical link from the engine to the wheels, and some don't, and so on. And so some have battery packs, and some don't. Trains don't have battery packs. They got no need for a battery pack. And those big fans at the top you see blowing up, the exhaust should be pointing up as well. But those are those fans cool electrical coils. There's resistance coils. So when they throw on the brakes, it's not just air brakes. There's also dynamic braking, which basically means whatever your speed is, let's say it's 100% or 100 kilometers an hour. If you set the motor at a speed slower than that, it will slow the vehicle down faster than just letting it coast. But it dumps all the energy, the kinetic energy of the movement of the train, comes back from the, instead of motors, they're now generators or alternators. They dump the electricity into these coils, and that's why they all have fans on top, around here anyway, all our diesel electrics. I'm gonna flip the fuck out. You've got the most irritating. No, it's pissing me off. These mice are chewing on paper. I gotta get them a piece of wood or something to chew on. In any event, there's no battery packs and no mechanical links between the engines and the wheels. So when Tesla, whoever dummy, says, "Oh, we're gonna make highway tractors that run on battery," no, you're not. No, you're not. It's not that it's impossible, but it'll never be practical. Like, I can't see how it'd be practical unless you had no fuel or air to use. Or there's gigantic electric wired vehicles in the world, but the thing with these trucks, they can go directly point to point. If the road is blocked, they can go around. It's just like buses compared to streetcars or subways. You were distracting us all, bro. And then Bill Gates comes out and says, "You're not going to do that. It's not going to work." And he's basically right. He's got some fucked up ideas, but a lot of times he turns out to be right. He's a fucked up dude. You have to be fucked up to be good at computers in the 80s and 90s and marketing and shit. So the license for, I believe it was DOS, that I think it was IBM. I don't remember now. The company that would, IBM's, the IBM compatibles. They got an agreement where IBM would pay a license fee for every computer they sold. Think about that. Not every computer that has DOS on it, just every computer they sold. And that's why there was such a push to keep using Microsoft. People want to be able to buy a computer without an operating system on it, so they, or not, at least not pay for it, so they can put their own OS on it. Like, there's a bunch of them. I got a copy of FreeBSD here somewhere. Yeah, it's right there. I've had it for a while. I've never been able to. I've never had the option. I got that thinking I could do a lot with these 2 discs and an old computer. Never got the chance to use it, but I got it. Or 4 discs, it's a double CD. Anyway, the point is, he's right about the trucks. I just got banned for 30 days for posting this. Now see the problem is. Oh, that's a message. Hold on. I can see my messages as notifications, but I can't check them with the application. I know I'm going off topic. I got the Captain Picard set up here. He's allowed to send it to me. Okay, so I gotta go back on the internet. I'm on the internet. And if you don't know what induction is, it's not Hall of Fames. So these fans, I have the fan in the freezer, the one in the bathroom exhaust, and most likely the one in the toaster oven, though I'm not 100% sure. Because it's digital, it might be something different. They're all the same basic fan. It's a brushless AC fan. So since the power flips back and forth over and over at 60 hertz, there's no point using brushes on the rotor. There's a rotor and a stator. The stationary one and the rotary one, rotating one. If you move a conductor through a magnetic field, it will make an electrical current. It's the inverse of the same thing. Back in the 90s, I don't remember if and when, I don't remember when, or there's car companies do weird test stuff all over the fucking place, but there's they wanted to put cables in the road surface, right near the surface. Your car would not touch them, but as you drove over it, I don't know if a piece would have to lower down or something, but as you drove over it, it would charge up your battery and so forth. And they're talking about it now on either the radio, some video news I saw, or something I read. But they're talking about doing it now on a serious level. They didn't have enough electric cars in 1994, 95 for that to work out. If you put gigantic trucks with no battery packs and no engines running on those, that might work. But we're going to get all this electricity and run it through the road. Like, I'm just pissed off. Creative now. I don't have much to be pissed off at now because I smoked my joint. Let's see. First world problems, man. I gotta go. I have to tune only to the left.
Sarah, you with me? Sorry, Jeff wants to talk retirement plans tonight. We're getting killed on fees. You should check out West Street. We switched over last year. It's been great for us. With everything going on these days.
The radio stations don't want to be on time anymore.
Sarah,
the cops stole my watch.
You, Jeff, the kids deserve to be
way
more than just fine.
No, seriously.
It's time to switch to Questrade. See how you can retire wealthier with the Questwell Portfolio's RRSP at questrade.com. The News Watch never stops. 680 News is CFTR AM Toronto. It's 11 o'clock.
Toronto's
really? Yeah, it is.
For breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is 680 News. Good evening, it's Tuesday, February 16th. I'm Scott Burnett.
And I'm Christine Ritchie. Here's what's making news this hour.
I'm Richie Christine. I'm going to do that every time she says that.
Improvement in the number of COVID-19 cases, variants of concern are on the rise, particularly in the GTA.
It will be another day or two until Canada receives an already delayed shipment of the Pfizer vaccine. This time, the winter weather stateside getting the blame.
New travel
Mother Nature does not want you to get over this virus. It is sending it out there.
One Toronto personal injury lawyer says that could be risky.
You wanted to
the snow may have let up, but we'll be getting wind
chills
in the minus 20s tonight in Toronto, and extreme cold weather alert is in effect.
You're advertising your child molestery this, bro. Get out of here. Fuck off.
All good news for them, and there's 5 on the ice in the NHL. Sports at 15.
Record high close for the Toronto stock market as oil bubbles above $60 per barrel. Plus, the world's first flying car cleared for takeoff. Business at 26.
Wow. What do we mean here?
Traffic and weather together on the ones at the traffic center. Craig Gear, any flying car out there, Craig?
Isn't a flying car just a plane? Yeah, right.
Keep it up, bro. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up.
I wish
Keep
you
it up.
could fly because you could avoid the snow and these icy ramps. But the westbound 401 ramp to the 410.
As long as we're still online, I don't give a fuck.
Take it easy on these ramps and overpasses.
No,
and
anybody in the
bridges.
professional media would tell you don't even address
slippery,
them.
So we got a crash here blocking the ramp off of the westbound
I get
401
paid for
onto
this.
the 410 now, so you can't get there. The Markham Road ramps to the westbound 401 have reportedly
Yeah, there's a couple different levels of digital shit going on here.
There, so if
It's
you need
not
to get
just
onto the west
one
401 from
individual
Markham Road,
fucking,
you
oh, change
can
your
now.
birth rate.
Still with
That's
some
not what's
vehicle
going
on
on.
the
There's
east
something
401
else going
express
on
ramp to
here.
the
Yeah,
404
you're angry
blocking a
that
lane.
we built this shit, bro.
McAllen and Lawrence, down
We built
wires
this.
being taken care of.
The GUIs you use now are based on the
When you
studies they
donate
did
to
on
Walmart,
us in the
Fight
80s.
Hunger, Spark
Fuck up.
Change campaign on now. Walmart will match
You'll
customer
never,
donations to food banks
nobody will
Canada
ever
up
convince
to
me it's not happening when I can see it happen.
$820,000.
You know how many
Keep
computers
Canadian
I've
families
used in my
fed
life?
at Walmart. Next reports at 11:11 with the forecast. Here's Natasha Ramsahai.
I
Lake
don't.
effect flurries to the north and some snow squalls possible by the time you get up to Innisfil, Collingwood, and over towards Barrie. That's overnight tonight. They are going to taper off by the morning, and it's a cold night down to -16, wind chill -20. At least we'll wake up to some sunshine tomorrow, and then a mix of sun and cloud in the afternoon. Just a slight chance of
That'll help all the solar panels.
especially through the east
But
end with a
where
high
I
of
live, you can go
-4.
buy solar
Overnight
panels
tonight,
at the store if you
down
want
below
them.
-16 degrees.
Canadian.
Right now we're sitting at
Keep it up, buddy.
-11,
Keep it
feeling
up.
like a
Keep it up.
-18 with that
Keep
wind,
it up. I gotta
and we
keep
have a few
checking and see
calms.
if
680
doing
news
it.
time on the Bell 3.
Keep it up.
Spread of the highly contagious variants of COVID-19.
I know you're fighting the good fight. You're the righteous pedophile. That's what I'm going to call you. That's what I'm going to call you, bro. The righteous pedophile. You are. This has been happening for what, 2 weeks straight now. We know, buddy. We know. You're the righteous pedophile. We know. You're not the bad guy. That's why you hate it when I keep saying I don't like you guys. You hate that. You're taking it personal. So you are.
As Premier Doug Ford and company returned to the legislature for the first time in 2 months. The first question he faced was
righteous attacks on me, just like throwing blood in my face and all the rest of it. Trying to pretend I'm white, trying to pretend I'm from
it's
here
not
and
time yet. Mark McAllister
telling people you know me when you don't know me. Or you know of me, I guess.
The fire, all things COVID at the
It's
top
the
of the
internet,
list.
bro. We knew that from little kids. We know there'd be recordings and computers everywhere. There's no point trying to lie and steal about nothing.
Cases could rise dramatically.
You dumbass is getting mad at me 30 years after the fact. What the fuck up?
Recommending. Why is he deciding?
What, did they just not let you out till 11 or something? Is that what the deal is?
That was laid out by the health team, and we're following the guidance from the chief medical officer of health, which we will always follow.
Paid sick days, more staff for long-term care, and more rights for essential caregivers were at the top of the agenda for the NDP opposition today. An attempt to get unanimous consent on 3 bills, however.
Screen from anywhere in the room, bro.
Avenue, as well as Wood Green Pharmacy on Unionville Gate, both in Markham. Out of the 24 charges,
I can see the screen from anywhere in the room. You get to these weird.
Well, the city of
You get to these weird emotional states where every time my face turns towards the camera, you flip the fuck out like I'm looking at you.
Education activities between
But I can see it the whole time, so I can see what you're doing. You're not a hacker, bro. You're nobody.
Struggling during the pandemic, and this may make it more difficult to cope. It's impacting
Can't
the
they put you
learning
back
timeline.
inside for using it? Now, see, this is where
the implications
look at these questions, bro.
about what that will look like from us. One of the things we do know
Keep
is
it up,
that
Doc. Keep it up.
the new vacation time, it doesn't really correspond with our Quadster when we did the planning around the Quadmaster system.
What's your deal, bro?
Canada's
It's a fucking clown. Does it up and down sound like the name of a clown? You do this for about 20, 30 seconds, and then you get a new IP address about 30 seconds later. Yeah, so we're used to it. You're going to do this till the sound cuts out, and then you'll sit and stare for fucking 12 hours with no sound. I don't get you, bro.
Kentucky had to temporarily shut down because of the conditions causing the delay.
Those snowbirds may be considering
Keep it
staying
up.
there a bit longer. Personal injury lawyer, that could lead to issues with their health insurance coverage.
So I guess we'll just give this introduction every time. We have sex offender type stalkers for some reason targeting us. There's no security on the box. It's a TV box. What do I care?
He says they may not be covered by their
No, you're not a hacker. You'd have broken the thing
There are
already.
a number of policies that do carry COVID.
The government, the banks, they got to throw their computers out, bro. They can't think.
He says snowbirds really need to look at the fine print of their policies and make a call to their insurance companies early to
So they're
find
sending
out
bursts
if
of
they're covered.
packets.
I'm Phil Martino.
And they're randomly hitting. I don't know what ports are typically used for this. If it's the same port, they're hitting a bunch of different ports.
Was caught on camera and widely shared on social media. 680's Caitlin has no sound. Shows 4 police officers approaching a man at a plaza at 3rd line when he stumbles and falls to the ground. You can watch it all at 680news.com. He's been suspended with pay, which Alton police say is the only option.
It's all these dickheads are the ones that yeah, there we go. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds out. Wow. You're skilled, bro.
Now underway.
Bro, what do you make up your mind which one you're gonna dam up, guys? That is some weirdo shit. Some sound's still working. Unfortunately, the internet is stopped. That's not you. That's a shitty phone.
On your radio.
Keep it up, Doug. Well, we can't be because the video's done. So, is it between me and you? What the fuck's the deal, bro? 10 seconds on, 10 seconds. You won't stop. That's how I know you're a child molester.
Witness The Rock's coming of age story from then to now. Superstar Young Rock, all new Tuesdays 8/7 Central on City TV or stream live in free at citytv.com.
What am I looking at it? No, the delay is so good, buddy.
That ramp to the 410 is still blocked here with this crash.
I can't work with this, eh? Like nobody can. Yeah, here we go. 0 viewers again.
The right lane's blocked.
Give it up.
Use the ramp.
Why are you stuck a hacker, bro?
400 through King Road, approaching King Road. 2 left lanes are blocked. Intersection blocked off here because of some downed wires. For all your personal and corporate tax accounting needs, call Mark Feldstein and Associates, Chartered Professional Accountants. Visit markfeldstein.ca, markfeldstein.ca. Tax reports at 11:21. The forecast is that around the high.
Things have calmed down now east of the city of Toronto. Watch for some lake effect snow to the north tonight. Otherwise, -16, wind chill -20. That's what we're waking up to in the morning. And some sunshine as well. Then increasing cloud with a high of -4. Just a couple of isolated flurries out through Durham. But Thursday, we'll be watching again as an east wind picks up off the lake. So through the day, Burlington, Oakville, Hamilton has to watch for that lake effect snow. And then another system moving in from the States will bring the rest of the GTA snow Thursday night with a high of -4. Overnight tonight, down to a low of -16 degrees.
Downtown Toronto right now, a few clouds, -11, feeling like -7, like -17 under clear sky. 680 news time, 11:13.
12. Purpose, bro. I've gotten the same fucking message 5 fucking times, bro. Fuck off.
Fans over there, they screaming and they pushing the fans. That's why I run over there right away and help them.
Jesus Christ.
An officer was performing CPR on the 12 minor injuries. The Ministry of Labor is now investigating. In Whitby,
Good food now has same-day delivery, so you can get delicious, ready-to-cook meals and grocery items like good food milk and yogurt without the wait. Good food, eating evolved. Visit makegoodfood.ca. Certain conditions apply. Greater Toronto only. Details on makegoodfood.ca. How's your run?
Incredible.
Oh no, am I supposed to get mad?
Living a healthy lifestyle is easy with TSC.
Living well looks good on you. Shop TSC.ca. Today's shopping choice.
I love working out at home.
Our Echelon rower from TSC is awesome.
TSC's interest-free easy pays make it so affordable.
Yeah, my new Apple AirPods are great for meetings and for working out.
Living well looks good on you. Shop TSC.ca. Today's shopping choice.
For breaking news, traffic, and weather.
That just got quiet himself.
Clear, -11, feeling like -17 in downtown Toronto. Meantime, many issues are plaguing the province as Premier Doug Ford and company returned to the legislature. Should have arrived in Canada.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Everything I had thought.